Hey, this is Matt once again. We're about to another video. This is another paid request, this time for DavieVids. Thank you so much for that. And for those interested in requesting pretty much any type of videos, topics, reactions, commentaries, whatever it may be, feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. And this time he wanted me to review an album of Korn's Follow the Leader, which has songs like Freak on a Leash, Dead Bodies Everywhere, Children of the Corn. That's the one he did with what they did with Ice Cube. They did another one with Limp Bizkit called All in the Family. They even did a take on the Cheech Chong song Earache in My Eye, which I remember hearing in Cheech Chong's Up in Smoke. Now, Korn, I've always liked as a band. I mean, they may not be a favorite of mine, as in I don't listen to them all the time. Yet I've said this before, my favorite bands incorporate ones like AC/DC, Metallica, Linkin Park. I do like Stabbing Westward. I like some of Papa Roach. I like some of Aerosmith, quite a bit of Aerosmith, and more so. But I do remember liking quite a bit of songs from Korn. Or at least, if not a lot of their songs, I liked a bit of their take on what they call new metal. It's hard rock, but there's a little bit of a rap influence in there as well, which is probably why in this you got Ice Cube and Limp Bizkit performing on one song each during this album. Now, the singer is Jonathan Davis. I do think he does have a good voice for this type of stuff. On a tangent, I remember Jonathan Davis was going to be in some movies, and one was a movie that was going to be filmed but got abandoned. It was a movie where Jonathan Davis was a prisoner, and I think Roddy Piper and this other guy were going to be police officers. I think the other guy, I forget his name, but he was the bad guy in Kindergarten Cop. Him and Roddy Piper again were going to be two police officers that were supposed to get this prisoner, Jonathan Davis, but then you find out Jonathan Davis was some kind of, like, the devil, or I don't know, it was a project that got very quickly abandoned. I don't know if, like, it ran out of money. It was something to do with it. I'm sure online you can find, if you type in Roddy Piper and Jonathan Davis, you'll find info on it. But and also, I remember the artwork on the albums of Korn were really good, and some of it was done by Todd McFarlane, comic book guy who did a run with Spider-Man, of course, created Spawn. But I remember the artwork on the albums being wonderful. And for those wondering, I apologize for the background noise. In fact, you don't hear a bit of noise because I have a fan on for the laptop computer, and I'm actually going to plug that in before I forget. Keep the cool. But of the songs, I would say I like the first half of the album more than the second half. My favorite song of theirs is not on this album. My favorite song is actually Falling Away From Me. That's not on this album, but bringing me down, down to the ground, falling away from me, beating me down, down, straight to the ground. That was always my favorite song of theirs. But this one, like I said, the first half of the album I enjoy. You have the It's On, has a nice production beat to it. Something is calling, I keep from falling. Has a nice guitar. Seems like a song about peer pressure. Now see, it's my fault. Angel stabbing me from the inside. Like I said, it has a nice percussion beat, some good guitar work, and like you said, Jonathan Davis, I've said before, sometimes with bands I don't care for just the screaming bit, but certain people like when AC/DC does it, or if this does it, they make it work. Whether the voice, or whether because the The guitar percussion has a bit more of a flow to it, so it's just easier for me to listen to. And it's just what I prefer. Probably the most popular song on the album is Freak on the Leash. Life has always got to be messing with me. Sometimes it's my life I can't taste. I do like the chorus on Freak on a Leash. Something takes a part of me. And about 3 minutes in, there's some wonderful guitar work. I don't really care for the bits that sometimes sounds like Beavis from Beavis and Butthead. There are some bits where it sounds like he's ready to go TP for my butt, no, da 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 da. My name is Beavis, TP for butt, no, my butt, no, TP for the butt, no, but I don't care for those bits, but the rest of the song I do quite like. Don't mind some of the other songs like Got the Life or Dead Bodies Everywhere. Some of the lyrics on Got the Life seems like about a person who's not satisfied just by what he has. So give me something that is for real. God thinks we will never see the light. But God told me already I got the light. I might have messed that up, but... And then Dead Bodies Everywhere. You really want me to be a good son, then why you made me feel like no one. It does. That one has a creepy lullaby jingle motif, especially at the very beginning. I kind of wish the whole song had kept that creepy lullaby background noise. I do like 3 minutes in, there's like this repeated guitar riff. I do enjoy that bit. The song they did with Ice Cube, Children of the Corn with a K, actually in that song I probably like the Ice Cube bits more than Jonathan Davis. But maybe it's also because I kind of like Ice Cube singing with the Korn music in the background because it makes it feel unique compared to other Ice Cube stuff. Because it reminds me of when Ice-T had Body Count, the soundtrack. Not soundtrack, but the album Body Count. Which was Ice-T, but the background music was kind of like a hard rock, heavy metal. That's where the song, at the end of Universal Soldier, Jean-Claude Van Damme, body count in the house, body count in the house, body count. That's from that album. And so this is kind of like Ice Cube, kind of, I almost want to say doing his version of what Ice-T was doing, body count. Fuck the law with the dick in my hand, you start fucking with me. Yeah, you start fucking with me. Yeah, you start fucking with me. So again, it was cool to see Ice Cube intermixed with this hard rock background to it. I kind of wish the entire song was Ice Cube singing with Korn playing in the background. Again, I hate to say it, although I do like Jonathan Davis, his stuff was my least favorite parts of that song. But again, maybe it's just me being greedy. Because I like when rock and rap meet. Kind of like with Aerosmith, you know, Walk This Way. Even the soundtrack to Judgment Night. If you look up the soundtrack Judgment Night and you get the songs like, "You're just another victim, kid." Especially the second half of that song. The first half, I don't mind, but the second half is my favorite part of Just Another Victim. Listen to that, and then get to like halfway through. You've been victimized, like taxi driver or Harvard cartel, living in. I can't. I'm not good with lyrics. Living in the constant hell. 'Cause I'm a soldier. I thought I told you. You're just another victim, yeah. You're just another victim, kid. But anyway, back to this. And the other song, All in the Family, Limp Bizkit. I like Limp Bizkit. I know a lot of people don't like Fred Durst. A lot of people don't like his band. I've always liked it, but it's because I like a lot of their songs. I like the song that was for WrestleMania. was it 19? I want to say it was 19. Because I think it was the last time Stone Cold and The Rock battled in the ring. And the song was called Crack at It. Just addicted to cracky skulls. Let's go. We rock. We roll. Did it do it again? We rock. We roll. I do like that song. I do like It's Just One of Those Days. The he said, she said bullshit. Give me something to break. I'll break your fucking face. So yeah, I like that song. There are songs of theirs I do like. Maybe I wouldn't like a lot of their albums, but at least one of their albums I do enjoy. So I mean, there's much worse. I'll take that over Vanilla Ice. Because I'm a hardcore Ninja Turtles fan. I don't even like Ninja Rap. I hate that song. So I'll take over Vanilla Ice. But this is pretty much Jonathan Davis and Fred Durst having like a battle where they make fun of each other. It's a bit of a humorous song. I hate you and you hate me, but it's all in the family. So like Fred Durst is calling Jonathan Davis Raggedy Man, and the others calling him, Jonathan Davis calling Fred Durst, well, you look like a dancer from Hanson, you're a limp dick. Even calls him Vanilla Ice. So it's pretty much them talking shit to each other. It is humorous. It's not a song I would listen to again, but for one time it was fun for what it needed to be. Kind of like a friendly, but talking shit to each other. Now the second half, well, a couple of songs I will admit did nothing for me. BBK, Pretty, Reclaim My Place, which I remember that one had a repeated, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the fuck's up with this song? What the fuck? My Gift to You, one I thought was interesting that had a bit of bagpipes, I believe. And that one had a lot of screaming. I just, that's not really my kind of music, usually. I remember on the album you had to look for it for a bit where there was a bit of silence, but if you fast forward, you get to the next song, which was a redo of Cheech Chong had their stand-up and skits, and one of them was a song on their comedy album, and they put it in their first movie, Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. The song they sing at the end with Cheech Marin, the Battle of the Bands, Cheech is in a tutu. Now I will admit I much prefer the original version, but I thought it was kind of cool that they redid it, and they got Cheech Marin himself to do some of the vocals. I thought that was very cool. So it was interesting to see a different take on that song. Plus, I'm a big Cheech and Chong fan. And, despite what people think, I have never done it, never smoked, never have. Did people assume I have, but I never have. Just never have. Never, the opportunity never came up. I honestly never did. But, I liked a lot of stoner comedies, funny enough. Harold Kumar Trilogy, Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke, next movie. I don't mind some of the later ones, like Still Smoking, or Things Are Tough Over. Nice Dreams is alright. There's not a lot of their movies I hated. I didn't care for their animated film. Many years later, I thought that was terrible. The Corstian Brothers, they tried to do something different. That's awful, though, in my opinion. I probably ranked the two of them, like Up in Smoke and Next Movie are my favorites. And then maybe Still Smoking. Then Things Are Tough Over. And then maybe Nice Dreams. Like the others I could watch, but they were never up to the standards of the first two. I know they want to do like Grumpy Old Stoners, which I thought could work, but it never came about, and maybe that's for the best. Maybe it's better to just keep the memories in the head than... I know they got back together and they were doing tours and such, so let's see, they got back together, at least for a bit. But anyway, get back to this. Overall, again, the first chunk of songs I do like. It was cool that they did stuff with Ice Cube. Like I said, some of the guitar percussion. I think Jonathan Davis does have a good voice for it. Like I said, the later bit of the album, like these songs, like Pretty, I just found them. I don't know if it's just I got my fill in the first half of the album, and the second half I just got kind of tired out of it, or the songs didn't really stick out for me. Like they're songs I would never listen to again, but overall I do like the Korn album. And this is the thing with a lot of albums. When I look at an album, there's not many where I like every song, or even a lot of times there are albums where I just like 3 songs or 4 songs, and that's kind of the thing nowadays where, I know it sounds stupid, but that may be a reason. Well, no, the main reason is you can find it for free on now YouTube and other stuff. But it's like, do you really want to buy an album when half the songs you'll never listen to again? So then you buy or you find the one song, you make your own playlist on your MP3s to your devices and all that. But anyway, overall I would still give it a thumbs up. Korn is cool, with a C that time. And yeah, I'm not sure what else to say. But thanks once again, DavieVids. Take care, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.